Overpopulation. It's a bigger problem than you think. It is going to affect us in the near future and for years to come if we don't do something about it. It is going to affect the quality of life for us in terms of resources to share, limited and unlimited. But did you know that the world is also trying to take leaps forward to cut the population, like in China for instance? China has a one-child rule, that if you have more than one child, you have to pay a fee.
So, what causes it? Well, in poorer countries that are sustained by farms, they don't have money to get farming equipment, so they rely on kids to work on their farms, which forces them to have more kids than really needed. Also, life expectancy is rising, which decreases the number of deaths per minute, and healthcare has improved, which makes people more healthy, which leads to longer life.
Nearly 40% of pregnancies are unintended, and there are 80 million unintended pregnancies each year.
Now for the history. Humans first existed 200,000 years ago, and it has grown way too far in some places of the world that the country can't control it. Now for the history. Humans first existed 200,000 years ago, and it has grown way too far in some places of the earth that the countries can't stand it. But people didn't know how to survive on their own back when humans first existed, but they eventually found ways to survive longer. A couple years later, and our population is growing. Population rose to 300 million in 180. Then it rose to 500 million in 1650. People thought we could survive due to the good medicine and health care, so they had more and more children until population got out of control in some areas of the world. There are now 76 million people born every year. That's crazy. Have you ever wondered if the population is going down? Well, it's not. The birth rate exceeds 3 births per 1 death. So it is rising alright, but what can we do to make it go down? Well, there are a number of different options. Like for instance, make it mandatory for schools to teach about birth control and the risks of not having it. Or convince people that having babies is too much to handle when you could just adopt a child or something. Overpopulation is not a good thing. If we don't put a stop to it, worse things could happen to us in the future.